Hello, my name is Frank White. You may know me as the author of the Overview Effect, Space Exploration and Human Evolution. I want to welcome you to the Earth Day edition of the Design Your Own Habitat campaign by the SciArtExchange. You know, it was back in 1970 that the first Earth Day was held. I remember it rather well. It was not long after Apollo 11 landed on the moon, and it was also not very long after the Apollo 8 mission took place. And during that mission, of course, the astronauts recorded this beautiful picture of our planet Earth, our spaceship Earth, rising above the surface of the moon. Suddenly, we all together got a new perspective on ourselves, on our planet, and on our place in the universe. I've interviewed over 40 astronauts for my writings about the Overview Effect. And I would say if there were one way to summarize what they've been telling me, what their message is about their experience of seeing the Earth from outer space, it's this: we're all in this together. Isn't it interesting that the astronauts who've shown the connectedness of every living thing on the planet and who've seen that are now being echoed by people on the surface of the Earth who, in the face of what I'm calling the COVID effect, are saying, we're all in this together. We have to work together to meet this challenge that we're facing. So suddenly, without warning, many of us are having the same experience or a similar experience to that of the astronauts in realizing borders and boundaries don't really make a difference when we're dealing with something like a virus or any other kind of challenge that we might face. Yes, we're all in this together. Here we are, isolated from one another and yet closer together in many ways than we've ever been. And you know, the astronauts have something to say about that as well. When they go into orbit or they go to the moon, they are socially distant, if you will, from all the other members of our species. And they have time, while they're at a distance from us, to look back and gain a new perspective on their lives, on the life of our planet, and on our future. I hope on this Earth Day, you will also have some time as you recreate your own habitat at home, perhaps, that you will have a chance to gain a new perspective on your life, on the life of our planet, the life of our species, and a new perspective on where do we go from here. We have some time to think about this crisis in the following way. What do we want to keep that we've learned during this time, and what do we want to leave behind? Of course, we want to leave behind the death, the suffering, the economic deprivation that we're going through. But perhaps we would like to slow down a bit. Perhaps we would like to enjoy our spaceship Earth and our trip through the universe. Perhaps we don't have to fly as much, drive as much. Perhaps we don't have to use as many of the resources of our home planet. So I hope you'll take some time to gain this new perspective. I hope you'll take some time to enjoy these events that are being provided to you. And although it may be difficult to say Happy Earth Day, I hope you will be able to celebrate the Earth, our home in the universe. Thank you very much.